Hello, family, and welcome to the Business Showcase Tip Zone. And thank you for joining your boy. I'm your host today, Dr. Carl Matthews. I have a very special guest that's going to be joining us today. And listen, I'm excited. Whatever you do, don't leave. You're going to get some very major, relevant information. My special guest today is a homeboy, a friend, a brother from another mother. I mean, literally. We go back over 40 years ago. In fact, we used to walk together going to high school, and we used to play sports together. We was on each other's team. Just a great, phenomenal guy. Very proud of him. Glad to have him part of our platform, our showcase today. And JY is in the house. JY is in the house. For those of you who don't know, nationally, that's Jet Gates. Yeah, so if you haven't heard of it, now you have. So my special guest today is Errol D. Allen, who is the founder and principal consultant of Errol Allen Consulting, where he's a partner with mid-market organizations to eliminate operational disconnects, chaos in other words, and he drives measurable performance and improve my friend and brother Errol, who's here with us. See, if you wouldn't have said that, I wouldn't have been stealing with that, but we made it through it.
That's right.
How you doing, my brother?
I'm good, man. It's just good to see you, man.
Hey, man, it's good to be seen, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm telling you, man, because, nowadays, my brother, a lot of people are tapping out,
That's right.
The Lord is calling a lot of people home.
That's right.
And
That's
we know
right.
He's the author and finisher of not only our faith, but life and death, right? So obviously, we still have purpose here.
That's right. Otherwise, we would not be here.
Or it should not be.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
So, man, let's let them know that it's not just a colloquialism when I say you, my brother from another mother.
Carl, we go back. We were 13 years old when we met, 8th grade, Ryan Junior High. We just had that instant connection,
Yeah.
It just happened. We just had that instant connection. We've managed to keep up with each other over the years.
Yeah.
We don't see each other often,
Right.
but that's why I'm so glad to see you today, man. But we just go back so far. They've experienced some of the same things.
Yeah.
In life, so it's just good to sit here and talk with you, man.
Man, round of applause for that, because the thing about that, man, is that there are a lot of people that I grew up with that I haven't seen in years, who just simply either they in another part of the world or they just not in the world at all. And then the other thing about that is that people are not the same person. When we know we grow, right? We know we transform. But what I can truly say is the core you, sir, has always been consistent.
Well, thank you.
You've always been this nice, easygoing, conservative, laid back kind of guy. I was kind of the wild guy, I admit it. I was kind of wild. I was searching for myself fast. But and I had a 2-parent home. I don't know if you did or not.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
You had a 2-parent home.
Yeah.
And you have, how many was in your family?
Just my brother and myself.
Yeah.
And my parents. So
yeah,
just one sibling.
Yeah. You lost your brother, right?
No, my brother's still here.
Your brother still
lives over in DC.
Okay. I know he was going through a bout at one time.
Yes, he had a stroke.
Yeah.
Back during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he came through that good.
Yeah, he's just pretty good now. Yeah.
Awesome, man.
Yep.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yep.
That's amazing. I'm excited to hear that, man.
Yep.
So the two of you all, and I know that from that solid foundation, you had an example, obviously, for what it's like to be grow from a boy into manhood.
Yeah.
Talk about that a little bit, man.
Well, my dad was military.
Okay.
He had served in the Army during World War II. And he just had his ways. My dad was always calm.
Yeah.
Always relaxed. My dad never yelled at us. He had this look that he could give you that you knew whatever you were doing, you need to stop. My mother, on the other hand, I thought she had been in the military because she was like a little drill sergeant. But my mother um, was a good support system for whatever my brother and I endeavored to do. My mother always supported us.
Yes.
Um, so when you put those two together, when you said I'm calm and that came from my dad, right?
Yeah.
Speaking up for myself when I need to, that came from my mom. So yeah, we had that balance.
Sure.
It wasn't perfect. Wasn't a perfect situation because
Right,
nobody's
right.
parents are perfect.
Right.
But when I look back and look at some of
The principles and home training.
yeah, the foundation that was set.
Yeah.
Be good to other people. Don't mistreat people.
Yeah.
Help people. 'Cause my dad would say, "Boy, you help people because you never know when you might need help."
Sure.
Attending church. That was my mom's thing. Was going to church.
Yeah.
Learning biblical principles. That was my mom's thing.
Sure.
So that was a balance there from both of them, man.
Yeah.
That helped to define who I am.
Right.
As a person.
Right.
Yeah.
And man, the thing about it is that out of all the times and years of us walking back and forth to school together, I never got a chance to meet your mother and father.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
It was like they was an enigma,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I knew you had parents, but it was like you didn't see them.
Right. Right.
Right.
Right.
What I mean, were they just gone to work at that time when we got ready?
Yeah, when we got out of school, pretty much, they both were still at work.
Yeah.
When we got out of school. Then, of course, when my mom would get home, she's doing stuff in the house.
Right.
And like I said, my dad was just chill, man. He'd come home from work, sit back there in that den, reading the newspaper or watching the news. So I guess you could say they were kind of invisible.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, my dad he didn't like being at home all the time. So,
did he?
He'd walk down on the corner, where we grew up. What was that? Holman and Sampson down there? Yeah. He'd go down there with his buddies and hang out a little bit.
Yeah.
But for the most part, they were just doing stuff at home, man.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So, man, you've always had that persona and demeanor of being a very astute, disciplined guy, and I can see where you got it from, especially with your dad being in the military, right?
Yeah.
But when during that time, we talked about a lot of things. I think our connection was we talked about life as much as we knew it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we had some pretty deep conversations, even being 13, right?
Yeah, even as kids. Yeah, even as kids, right?
Yeah.
Just getting to know other people, how to treat people, what was the right thing to do versus the wrong thing to do.
Yeah.
Even getting on each other. Hey, that's not cool what you did or what you said.
Yeah.
So even as kids, man, I think that was something just between us.
Yeah.
It just happened so fast. We just made that connection so quickly.
Yeah.
And although you say you were the wild one, I think we were alike in a bunch of ways.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
And that's
we were thinkers.
Yeah.
We were thinkers,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
Yeah.
Because really my enforcer was my mother. She was Sergeant Payne.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
She did not play.
Like
what
most mothers back then.
My stepfather,
Mm-hmm.
that was a tender situation. So he never did discipline me because he was a stepfather.
Right.
But my mother, that I would rather he discipline me than her, because she was notorious. That. So I mean, I know I used the word lucid. I was a little wild. I think what I was is very curious, and I was curious about unknown.
Mm-hmm.
I was curious about finding answers to questions, but I knew how far to go.
Yeah.
Because my mother, during that time, our community was community for real.
That's right. Yep.
If you went on the other block and thought you could do things and then not get back to T. Jones,
right,
that you'd be surprised.
That's right.
And sometimes they be waiting in the living room for you.
Yep.
Sometimes they ask you a question. How was your day?
Yep. Just to see if you were what you were gonna
Yeah, all
say.
right.
You were gonna admit you
Look,
did something stupid. Yep.
I said, it's a great day.
Yep.
She's like, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, so what happened? I'm like, I was kind of suspect it was a setup, but I got set up though. I did get set
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that disciplinary thing kept me. There was two things I knew not to do: steal
hmm
and watch some street lights.
Yes. Be home for the light come on. Yes.
Look back, I knew I wasn't going to let the street lights catch me.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
But so much for that, man. I just wanted to share them with how far back we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And why I'm not surprised that you have become the man that you are, and success that you're experiencing. Your business acumen speaks for itself.
Well, thank you, sir.
And I like the idea that you're not only a business owner, you're a Black business owner, and you're an author. And why that's so special to me is because I think for our business community, many of them don't understand, because of a limited mindset or limited belief system,
hmm
that God really gives us our creation within us.
That's right. That's correct.
If we identify what we like, what we enjoy young enough, it will soon propel us in the path of purpose, or what we enjoy and never see it as work.
That's correct.
Because you don't see this as work, do you?
No, this is fun.
Yeah. Because by nature, you really a guy that loves to empower people with knowledge and information. Isn't that
Yes,
true?
I like to teach.
Yeah, you like to teach.
And then I'm analytical by nature, right?
Yeah,
So what I do just comes to me naturally.
right.
I tell people, Carl, we all have at least one gift.
Yes,
Most of us have multiple gifts.
absolutely.
It's just a matter of walking in your gift,
Yeah,
because your gift will point you to your purpose.
yeah.
Um,
Matter of fact, the Bible says your gift will make
make
room
room
for
for
you.
you.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. That's one of my favorite
Sure.
verses. Your gift will make room for you.
Right.
Um, and when you can embrace that, there's no need to feel like you have to kick the door in.
Yeah.
Or you hear people saying, well, I'm going to kick that door in. Or
Yeah.
you hear people saying, you got to grind. I'm in a different mindset. Your gift will make the door swing open.
Yeah.
People will be inviting you to come through the door versus you having to kick the door open. Now, it doesn't mean you don't have to be persistent
Yeah.
or exercise discipline
Yeah.
or be focused.
Right. Right.
You just have to be walking in your gift.
Right.
And
So
watch
the
things
gift
happen.
has to be cultivated.
Yes,
It needs
identify your
support
gift.
systems around it to help it stand on its legs. Yeah.
Identify your gift.
Yeah.
Nurture that gift,
Yeah.
and then your gift starts to blossom,
Yeah.
and then things start to happen.
Honestly, man, I really believe that that's probably 80% of our culture and subculture challenge, is that many people don't have a clue of what their purpose is, or they haven't identified, they better know what they like. I'll give you an example. I used to, when I was at Yates, I used to take a word a day out of the dictionary, and I would include it in my vocabulary.
Okay.
And I remember one time someone said to me, my girlfriend's little baby sister at the time said, Carl, why you sound white? I said, well, how does white sound? I'm just trying to improve my communication skills and expand my vocabulary.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Now, people always compliment me on my ability to communicate and my oratorical skills. I had no idea that I would be speaking on major platforms.
Right.
I was collecting soda bottles back in when we was going to Ryan. I had no idea that was entrepreneurship in me, right? So I'm saying that if someone would have met me at a young age and pointed those things out and identified, attached it, or associated with a career or a business,
right,
I would have been on my journey much sooner.
much earlier. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
When was that point for you when you really came full circle and you clicked right into it?
Ooh.
Before we go on break.
It must have been called like around 2000 and because I left corporate America 2011. So maybe like around 2006, there was something within me saying there's more for you to do. So I left corporate America because I felt like I wasn't really walking 100% in my gift.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt it was time to go so I could focus on utilizing my gift,
Yeah.
which is my analytical gift,
Right.
my teaching gift.
Right.
So I left. So that's when it clicked for me. It's time for you to go. Now there was a build up. As I look back, I could see, okay, you were here because you needed to learn this.
Sure,
You
sure.
were here because you needed to learn this. But it just hit me one day. It's time for you to go and reach your full potential.
That's a real caveat before we're gonna make. Listen, I want to tell you all, smash that subscribe button right now. Listen, make your comments right here, and invite your friends. Come say because he said something very, very, very key, and I believe that the point is that when you really just doing reflection and assessment of your childhood, those things that you've been good at, those things that you've been doing, that pattern. Go back to the origin of that pattern and associate that with who you are today. And I guarantee you, you might find some similarity there that will help you come to an identity about what your gift, what your purpose, what your talent is. Hey, listen, subscribe to the button. Hey, we're going to come back. We're going to dive right into who this guy is and what he really do. Okay? Subscribe to. Hello, and I am the finance guy. Investors, I have an opportunity for you right here in Houston on Terry Street. Properly located, very centrally located, near downtown, midtown, and even the medical center. And guess what? All the activities surrounding this property is gearing up for the 2026 World Cup. The HOA, there is not one, which means you can use this property in 3 different ways: short-term rental, long-term rental, and you can even make it available for traveling professionals such as nurses. This property will generate you anywhere from $1,500 to $1,800 a month. And the beautiful thing about this, it has a good time and a long time play for you to even use for an Airbnb. Here's the advantage of talking to me and taking action right now and taking action today. I'm going to finance this property for you along with my affiliate partner, and we're going to make this available with no underwriting, no banks, no documents, and not even the best credit score. And all you need to have to close total is $20,000. Listen, take action now. Currently, this property is off market. Take action now. Contact me at 213-292-5285. 213-292-5285. See you then.
I wasn't totally happy that I was chosen.
Yeah.
But I heard my mother in my head.
Yeah.
Be nice, boy.
Yeah, right.
I heard my mother in my head. I was happy to be there. That's a once in a lifetime experience.
Sure, absolutely.
Out of the millions of people in the U.S.,
right,
we get to be on Steve Harvey show.
Right, absolutely.
So I was happy about the experience.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm gonna say about it.
Man, and so I live with a principle of if you bring value to the world, the world will pay you what you're worth.
That's right. Yeah.
And so I couldn't go at that time. And I just got to be honest, I was thinking like, who could I send? Who could I recommend that will represent? And you came to mind. And so I was like, hey, let me reach out to my boy and let him see if he want to do it. And I was glad to see you go. I was glad to see you on the show.
Man,
and you represented, man. You represented big time. And so the young lady was a wonderful young lady who was there prospecting. Very attractive young lady, but I could tell that our flow was different, And so I was really excited to be on the stage and get exposure to this huge audience. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Huge audience. As a businessman, we look for opportunities like that.
Yes.
And so went there, we didn't get chosen. So I was looking in the audience and see Somebody else was doing
I was
it.
doing the same thing.
You just,
I was like, ooh, she's cute.
man, hold up.
She's cute. And I heard my mother, pay attention, boy, you on TV.
Yeah,
Pay
right.
attention. But,
Was that a nervous point for you though, man, when you had to come out and introduce yourself?
No,
It wasn't?
no.
Man, let me tell y'all. When listen, we were standing behind that curtain and you talking about anxiety at a high level.
Mm-hmm.
I felt my body crashing because I knew it was nothing like a podcast or any other video where you
No,
can
sir.
say cut,
No,
take
sir.
5 and come back or edit. It was live,
Yes,
right?
live.
Man, but listen, I finally got myself together, came out there, and got to first base. I was like, okay, all right, I settle down. You know what I mean? But anyway, so man, let's talk about what EA consultants do. So you were sharing with us that you realize that you a teacher and you're analytical thinker, which means you pay attention to details, you process, you pull the layers back, just understand how things work.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And I think that's probably the sweet spot of what you do.
Exactly.
That I find a lot of businesses don't do.
Right.
Is pay attention to the details, because in fact they treat their business like a lick, like it's something that they just doing to make money, but they're not building a business to sell or for someone to buy.
Right. Right. Right.
So let's talk about what you do, man, in the name of your company.
You know, name my company is Errol Allen Consulting, of
Yeah.
course. What I do is I go into businesses and I look at how they do what they do. Meaning, let's look at your processes, right? What are your processes?
Number one, process.
Yes. Let's identify your processes first, right? What are your processes? And then once we identify them, okay, let's flow them out, meaning flow chart. Let's flow chart them out from the trigger, meaning what starts the process, to the end of the process. Let's look at everything that happens in this process.
Okay.
And then once we look at your processes, okay, are there opportunities to improve the process?
Come on now.
If there are, okay, let's make these changes so they're good for everybody. Now, in the midst of flow charting, I want 3 groups of people in the flow charting session. I want the people that do the work in the process. I want the people that are impacted by that process. And I want the people that feed the process. Because it's very, very
do the work, impacted by it, and feed
it.
Okay. Now, what does that look like in layman terms? Do the work.
The people that actually do the task within the process.
Okay.
Right.
The feed is
what triggers that process. Usually, that's coming from somewhere else. Somebody is doing something that triggers this process to start.
So that's the outside. That's external.
It could be external, but it also could be internal. Right?
If you retarget the market
from department to department.
Department. Okay, gotcha.
Right.
Okay.
So one department could trigger another department's task, right?
So that would look like health and HR, sales department, accounting department, etc.
Yes, just depends on what the process is. You mentioned sales department. Usually sales triggers operations, right? I'm selling something, whether it's a service or a product, especially if it's a service, and whatever I'm selling, then now it needs to be either installed or service provided. So you need that good connection between sales and service, or sales and operations. Right? So I want, if sales is feeding that particular process, that operations process, I want them in the session because they need to hear how they're impacting, because operations
the outcome
would be their internal customer. Right?
Sure.
So they need to have an understanding of how they're impacting them, right? And then
the feeding.
Yes, in feeding that process. So we want the people that do the work in the process. We want the people that are impacted by that process. And we want the people that feed the process in the session.
Sure.
Because it's tedious work.
Yes.
I love it, but everybody's not me.
Right.
So you don't want to have to do it twice.
Well, as a business owner, I don't want to have to do that.
Yeah.
I want to be good at what I'm good at.
Right.
What I'm good at is shaking hands, bringing awareness.
Right.
Introducing people to what I offer.
Right.
And then once they get into my system, then I want my system to cultivate that.
So you set your system up to do that. Whatever it is, once you get people, in your case, once you put people in your CRM, you want the CRM to take over.
That's right.
So you set the CRM up to do whatever it is you want them to do.
Yeah.
Drip campaign or whatever it is. Now,
Yeah.
if they decide to become one of your customers, then something else is going to happen. Right?
So talk about the power, though, man, of that workflow. Because I love the workflow.
Yeah.
It's so essential.
Yes.
It's the core, actually.
Yes.
To one of the cores of your operation of your business.
Yeah.
Talk about the benefit of that.
Everything in my mind is a process.
Yeah.
Right. So to look at your workflows, I think is critical so you can see what it is you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
If you need to make adjustments to do it better.
Right.
I think it's critical. It's tedious. That's why most people don't want to do it, because it's tedious and it takes time. You just can't, okay, let's do it like this and that's how we're going to do it. Or you as the business owner, you sit down and create the workflow and just try to pass it on to your people.
Yeah.
That's a big no-no.
Right.
Because they're going to resent you because you didn't ask them. You didn't allow them to participate. You didn't include them on the creation of the workflow. So now you got to try to get their buy-in.
Mm.
You don't want to do that.
Right.
You want to include them in
up front.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So now you have automatic buy-in.
Right.
There's no need to try to get buy-in. Just by you allowing them to participate and help to create or help to improve, you have their buy-in.
So basically what that does for those who have a staff, even if you got 2 staff members,
yes,
just that kind of engagement makes them feel belong.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It makes them feel included and appreciated.
Right.
Most of us as people, we want to feel appreciated.
Right.
So when you take the time to do that, you got them.
Right.
Now, if it's just you're a solopreneur, you still need to create your processes.
Right.
Because most people, the goal is to grow.
Right.
Which means at some point, you're going to have to bring on help.
Right.
Whether it's physical help on site or remote help.
Okay.
But you're going to need to train them. Right? So you go ahead and start putting your processes together as soon as possible.
Sure. Sure. And, you know, one of the things I know I've been for years is been a solopreneur. And I guess once upon a time, solopreneur was better than being employee rather, right? And I was excited about that. And I thought I arrived. I had the oak desk and the receptionist and secretary. I got the briefcase. You know, I'm really replicating what I saw to be success.
Right. Right.
But as I matured and grew, I realized, and I would say this probably around COVID. That was 2019, right?
2019,
2020, yeah. When I realized that solopreneurship is setting yourself up for burnout. Because if you're the person who cutting on the lights, unlocking the door, turning off the alarm, brewing the coffee, answering the phone, taking the intake, doing the follow-up, do the marketing, not really able to measure your marketing outcomes, and you working to can't, which means it's taking away time from family, yourself, and other things. You do that with repetitious enough, you eventually burn out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what you do is you come in with a system, help them identify, and I don't want to interrupt you, I want you to talk more about that, the 3 things that you want to identify. Then after that, what do you share with your clients?
So now you've identified your processes, you've flowed them out. What are we doing? What do our processes look like? Then you want to create your and then identify them, improve them where they need to be improved. Then you create your standard operating procedures, right? And once you have your standard operating procedures created, now you know that things are being done in a consistent manner. That's good for everybody. It's good.
Standard operating procedure?
Yes.
Your SOP.
Yes.
Now, if you are not getting if you are not getting no gems from this, no value, shame on you. You need to have your pen and paper. Hello, and I am the finance guy. Investors, I have an opportunity for you right here in Houston on Terry Street. Properly located, very centrally located, near downtown, midtown, and even the medical center. And guess what? All the activities surrounding this property is gearing up for the 2026 World Cup. The HOA, there is not one, which means you can use this property in three different ways: short-term rental, long-term rental, and you can even make it available for traveling professionals such as nurses. This property will generate you anywhere from $1,500 to $1,800 a month. And the beautiful thing about this, it has a good time and a long time play for you to even use for an Airbnb. Here's the advantage of talking to me and taking action right now and taking action today. I'm going to finance this property for you along with my affiliate partner, and we're going to make this available with no underwriting, no banks, no documents, and not even the best credit score. And all you need to have to close total is $20,000. Listen, take action now. Currently, this property is off market. Take action now. Contact me at 213-292-5285. 213-292-5285. See you then. Because you're really getting some very valuable information. Y'all don't want to go nowhere. Hit that subscribe button and continue with this, because it's going to get greater later. He's going to drop some real gems. Business, because this is for business and entrepreneurs. But I want to give a backdrop, because many times we think what people's success level is now, that they've always walked in that space. And that's not the case. You know, that we was talking about it earlier. Go through the storm to get there. But I remember what helped me understand that other ethnic groups were human like me is when I went to live with my dad in 72. And I was supposed to be going to Carver, but they then did the integration of schools, and I ended up going to Eisenhower in Inwood District, which was all white.
Yeah.
And I was around nothing but other white students. And I got a chance to live and experience that they are just a human being.
That's right.
You know, they only thing different was the pigmentation of their skin, the texture of their hair, maybe the color of their eyes.
Yes.
But they were still human beings in God's creation, right?
Right.
They just come from another ethnic group.
Right.
And I realized that, you know, I was just as smart as some of them.
Exactly, yes.
Right? Only thing that I think separate people from being smart or not is how well you apply yourself and the disciplines of learning. Like you said, you like to read.
Right.
I didn't hate reading, but I just didn't read a lot.
Right.
Because I did it so well.
Right.
But math, I would stay away from. And it wasn't that I didn't want to know it, but it intimidated me.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know it.
Right.
And nobody was really teaching me the fundamental to understand equations and how to solve problems.
Right.
Now, that's why education is so important. Because when you develop your mind to start understanding the power of solving problems mathematically, you can apply that to even life.
Yes. Or just in the sense of, I feel like I'm not good at this, so I'm going to back away from it. Versus, how can I get better?
Yeah. How can I get better?
How can I deal with this challenge or this obstacle? And then once you learn how to do that, because there's going to be other challenges coming.
Right.
And as you live, there's going to be more. And it's not good to always want to run away from it.
Absolutely.
But learn how can
embrace
I deal
it.
with this?
Yeah. Embrace the opportunity. Yeah. This is opportunity. I know when I really dived into the virtual space of TikTok and social media and all of that, it was very challenging for me because it was a new language, and you know, it was intimidating. And I realized in my processing, I was exacerbating the challenge because my mind had me thinking that it was more complicated than what it really was.
Right.
And then I would start going through it. After I put my toe in the water, then I put my leg in the water, and I finally dove in. And I realized if you really follow the prompts or follow the system, follow through it and read which is why we need to know how to read,
Mhm.
that it will walk you through from the beginning to the end process.
Right.
And
Right.
so now, I talk it better than the Gen X and Gen Z.
Man, that's another thing. My dad, another little tidbit from my dad. He knew me. I learned quickly, right? But if something was challenging me while I wasn't picking it up fast,
Yeah.
he knew that I would get frustrated. Right?
Mhm.
He had this saying for me, not for my brother, but for me.
Sure.
He would say, "Give yourself a chance now, boy," because he knew that I was getting frustrated. But he wanted me he was telling me, stick with it. You'll pick it up soon enough, right? Versus getting frustrated and your mind gets twisted. Now you're not giving yourself a chance to learn. So that would be his saying, give yourself a chance now, boy. So even at this age, Carl, when I'm dealing with something new and I feel myself getting frustrated, I hear that voice.
Give yourself a
Give
chance.
yourself a chance now, boy.
Give yourself a chance.
Yep.
Now, boy.
Now, boy.
Yeah.
Yep.
the power and the effectiveness of a father's voice of wisdom is so major. You had what I didn't have. I didn't have a man in my house. There was a man there or a male figure, but I never heard his voice. That's deep in me.
Yeah, that is. That's real deep.
I never heard his voice until he got drunk.
Mm.
And when he got drunk, it was foolishness that came out of his mouth.
Yeah. That you really didn't want to listen to.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was none of those principles or words of wisdom or seeds deposited. But what I did have, I had a burning desire to know. I yearned for knowledge. And so my mom would give me, that was my resource of information. She couldn't teach me how to be a man, but she would always drop knowledge. My grandmother was the wisdom voice. She the one taught me about prayer and seeking God when you're lost, when you're confused. Right? But how much I would have appreciated a male voice.
Yeah. It's different. My mother was very encouraging and very supportive. Very, very, very supportive. Whatever my brother and I were involved in, you could look and see my mother. Right?
Yeah.
Very supportive. My dad just had his way of saying things.
Yeah.
That would stick with you, right? That you would hear over and over again I still hear it now at the age I am now.
Yeah.
So my mother had her way of showing support and encouragement. My dad had his way. He wasn't as vocal as my mother.
Right.
But
one hit or quarter lines.
The things he said,
yeah.
They stick with you for life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I kind of had the different. My mother had her way. My dad had his way.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I know. I'm putting it out there. I'm gonna drop a book called The Echoes from the Hood.
Okay.
And it'll be my second book, and we'll talk about your book in just a second and what's in it. I know there's some nuggets in there. I can't wait to put my hands on it. But they said things, and that's what used to resonate with me. If you make your bed hard, lay on it.
Yep.
Everything shining, not glitter.
Everything that glitters is not gold.
Yeah, things like that.
Yep.
It didn't make sense, but it sounded good, and you knew it had some meaning because they said it.
Yep.
My grandmother told me one day, just simply, I was going through a crisis. She said one thing: grandson, whatever you do, don't lose your mind.
Yes.
And that's so those kind of those quotes and principles, to me, they was principles that they still apply today.
Yes. Because your mind is all you have.
Yeah.
You're
It's
there.
all you
It's all
have.
you have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly.
Everything emanates from here.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Because this is where your thoughts begin.
Come
And
on.
your thoughts turn into actions, right?
You're going down my lane.
So you have to be conscious of what you allow your mind to think, what you even allow to enter your mind, because thoughts turn into action. So your grandmother was right. Don't lose your mind, because what happens after that? After you lose your mind, right?
Yeah, you're talking to yourself in the daytime, and
Hmm.
you can't be self-sufficient. You
Right,
can't function.
right,
You're dysfunctional.
right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't make good quality life choices. Um, that's a whole nother subject, man.
Hmm.
But that's what we do. We don't see each other every other week, every other month. It's like gaps. It'd be like 3, 4, 5 years, things like that. But
Right,
whenever we
right,
pick up, though, we always pick up where we leave off, right?
right, right.
Because thoughts is a whole nother conversation.
Hmm.
Thoughts can be so intruding. Thoughts can be so invasive. They come out of nowhere. You can be thinking good thoughts, and all of a sudden you can get a bad thought.
Yes.
And I've been examining that, but that's going to be another conversation,
Yeah.
because
Okay.
I've been really dipping into
Okay.
that.
Okay.
And I remember seeing the explosiveness of a building that pop up unexpectedly, that does not bring positive energy to your vibration for that moment, can be many times of unresolved or trauma issues and experiences happening in life, of society, or your life personally.
Right. Most certainly. Yes. Could be childhood trauma. Could be.
And we have to deal with those things.
Yes, you do. Yes, we do.
Because in our community, Errol, we wouldn't, I don't know, maybe your household did, but in my household, we weren't talking about credit scores.
No. Right.
Only credit we had was Mr. Joe's store.
You remember Mr. Joe, huh?
I remember Mr.
Yeah, right
Joe's
there on
because I
Sunset.
went there frequently for my mother.
Yeah, yeah.
I ain't gonna tell y'all what I went to go buy, but I used to be embarrassed buying them. But we had credit,
Hmm.
and we had to pay Mr. Joe at the end of the week. My mama
Yep.
said her pay
Yep.
week was,
Yep.
and we had to come pay. Otherwise, credit got cut off.
Yep. Yep.
But I didn't know how important that was. Even though I saw it, I didn't understand it.
Right. Right. Right.
Was there any kind of conversations like that in your house?
My mother was great with money.
Okay.
And when we started working as teenagers, she made us open up a savings account, because you don't need to spend every dime that you make.
Mm.
You make sure you put some back.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Talk to us about budgeting, right? You have your obligations. Make sure you pay your bills first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't make unnecessary bills,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
So that you have something left from your paycheck versus
Right.
it all going to bills, right?
Right.
So just a little fundamental thing she
Yeah.
kind of taught us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that helps me understand a lot why you move the way you move, because you move like you was a military kid. I mean, you did. You was just seemed to be very, very well disciplined. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I never heard you yell. I never heard your voice go over a certain octave. You was always laughing. You was always talking with people. You know what I'm saying? And so, you move like that. You still move like you made a career in the army.
Yeah.
Very, very, neat, dress, well, carry yourself well, kind of man.
Well, thank you, sir.
And so,
Thank you.
I mean, that's just a compliment of my observation.
Thank
So
you.
I know how you've impressed me is that I know if you came to me with information and or opportunity, I wouldn't question your credibility.
Thank you, sir. That's a big compliment.
It is.
Thank you.
Now, I don't say that about everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because there are some people who I just wouldn't do business with.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now I live my life in a way to where I can have that same impact on my name association would be Carl is a credible guy.
Yeah.
He's an honest guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, he's not a guy that's gonna promise you something and not deliver.
Yeah.
Over promise and under deliver.
Right.
You know, I was talking to a young lady the other day, and she invited me to a business opportunity. We made an agreement to make a call. Well, some things come up, some other projects came up. So what I did was I picked up the phone and gave her a call, right, to let her know I know that this is what we talked about. I know my intentions were to do X, Y, Z. At this moment, I'm not gonna be able to do that, but I am going to get there, but just not today.
Yeah.
So the golden principle, another quote is, do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
Right. Right.
And you know, I appreciate people like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I appreciate those kind of relationships when you talk about value.
Right.
Because your circle is very, very important.
It's very important
to your successes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't get anywhere by yourself.
No, that's right.
There's no self-made anything.
Absolutely. No self-made anything.
Man.
See, that was a nugget right there, y'all.
Yeah. Somebody has helped you along the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
They may not be visible.
Right.
A lot of times because they don't want to be.
Right.
But there's no self-made. Somebody has helped you along the way.
Yeah. Hey, man, on that note, listen, I want to give a shout out to Cadence Bank for being one of our sponsors to provide this space for us to come in and do our podcast on today. Cadence Bank, thank you so much for being visible in the community and being community friendly and allowing us to do this, to be able to talk about what we're talking about today with Mr. E.A. Earl Allen Consultants. Hey, listen, smash the button, subscribe, tell your friends, come here, make comments, okay? We're going to have a special bonus for you at the end of the show. And so come give us some comments. Let us know what you like. Let us know what we could have talked more about. And we'll be right back, okay? Hello, and I am the finance guy. Investors, I have an opportunity for you right here in Houston on Terry Street. Properly located, very centrally located, near downtown, midtown, and even the medical center. And guess what? All the activities surrounding this property is gearing up for the 2026 World Cup. The HOA, there is not one, which means you can use this property in 3 different ways: short-term rental, long-term rental, and you can even make it available for traveling professionals such as nurses. This property will generate you anywhere from $1,500 to $1,800 a month. And the beautiful thing about this, it has a good time and a long time play for you to even use for an Airbnb. Here's the advantage of talking to me and taking action right now and taking action today. I'm going to finance this property for you along with my affiliate partner, and we're going to make this available with no underwriting, no banks, no documents, and not even the best credit score. And all you need to have to close total is $20,000. Listen, take action now. Currently, this property is off market. Take action now. Contact me at 213-292-5285. 213-292-5285. See you then. Still there. Hey, we appreciate you for sticking with us. And listen, I hopefully that you appreciated the public service announcement that you heard by Cadence Bank. And listen, if you're interested in being a depositor there, I recommend that you do that because they're great to me. And done some other things with them as well. So they're a nice institution to do business with. So listen, we're back on the show, and we got our guest here with us, Earl Allen. And so we talked about a little bit about our childhood and what we got exposed to. There was a whole lot of information in that. Just this show won't permit us to talk about that. But what we want to go into now, we want to talk about, Earl, how did you get to the space where you are with your consulting company? What was your background in consulting, or were you with corporate America? How did that happen?
My background was not in consulting. I had spent, many years in corporate America at various companies.
Okay.
One stop, TCI Cablevision, I was an operations analyst.
Okay.
And what I did was looked at how the company did what it did. The GM's mandate to me was, I want you to go through this whole company to see how we're doing, what we're doing, because right now it's a mess. So in doing that, I discovered what I loved.
How did you get in operational? I mean, did you have a background in operations or something?
I did not. Before TCI Cable, I had worked for ADT Security Systems in the monitoring center, and I had worked for the Houston Post. Now, at the Houston Post, I was an operations analyst in the call center, looking at how effective is the call center in regards to servicing incoming calls, understanding who impacted the call center within the post, just looking at that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of the start, right? So when the post closed, Carl,
Mm-hmm.
you remember that?
I do.
I had only been there 3 months
Mm.
when the post closed.
Wow.
Yeah. And then the opportunity with TCI Cablevision came along, and it just seemed to fit. So I applied for it
Operations.
and got it,
Okay.
right? Um,
And you had the mindset you'll learn as you go, what you didn't know how.
I just had the mindset that I could do this.
Okay.
When I saw what the position was, I can do this, right?
Yeah.
Just based on
The description that they gave.
yeah, and some of the things I had done at ADT and the Post.
Okay.
I'm like, I can do that. So I put my resume together, submitted it, because back then, you had to fax your resume.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, faxed it in, got a phone call, hey, come in, we want to interview you, and got the job.
Awesome.
So then it just seemed natural. It didn't seem like work. It seemed I was just like floating on a cloud
Wow.
when I went to work because I was doing something that I enjoyed doing.
Okay.
Yeah. So
And obviously did it well that you got somebody's attention.
yeah. So when the GM decided he was going to take an opportunity in St. Louis, he wanted to take me with him.
Okay.
My kids were small then, so I need to have a conversation, and so it didn't work out to where I followed him.
Right.
But what that told me was what he thought of my skill set.
Sure.
If he wanted me to take me with him, I'm like, okay, he must think that what I'm doing it well.
Mm-hmm.
So then during my other corporate stops, I decided I wanted to go out on my own.
Okay.
My last corporate stop was with Geico.
Okay.
I was there for 10 years. I took that job because I needed a job, right? I was going through a divorce.
Mm-hmm.
I'd been laid off from a company.
Mm-hmm.
I need to take care of my kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I took the job.
I think I remember that. I remember that time in your life, that season in your life.
Yeah. So around the 5th year with Geico, there was something within me saying, there's more for you to do. There's more for you to do. And I ignored it. But as the years, 6th year, the 7th year, the 8th year, the unctioning got stronger.
Mm-hmm.
So like around the 10th year, I couldn't ignore it any longer.
Okay.
So I decided I was going to leave. And I asked myself, when was I having the most fun? All my corporate stops. And it was instantly went back to TCI
Mm-hmm.
when I was an operations analyst.
Mm-hmm.
Look, improving things within the company. I said, that's what I'm going to do.
Mm.
Had no idea how I was going to, create visibility for myself. I just made that decision because I felt like when I was doing that, I was operating within my gift.
Mm-hmm.
I'm analytical by nature.
Right.
I can't help myself.
Right.
I analyze everything.
Right.
No matter where I am, I'm looking at how you do that.
Right.
So I did. I left. People thought I had lost my mind, Carl.
So, I mean, how did you have a research or did you do research to say what are businesses suffering from that prompt you to go into this space and offer your services, or was it just that you saw the experience of your GM who came to you and say, this company is a mess, we need you to clean it up, and did you just feel like that was a need for many other companies like that?
I just felt like that was a need, right?
Yeah.
And just based on not only being there, but observation from going dealing with other companies, going to buy something, purchase something, um, riding something, riding metro. Uh, I could just see, man, this could be better. So I just felt like there's a need for what I do without even confirming it, right? That's just how crazy I was, right? I'm just going to step out because I feel there's a need for what I do. There's many businesses that I can help because of what I love to do. I don't recommend everybody do that.
Yeah, right.
That's just what I did, right?
Right.
So I paid for it along the way. But that's just what I did because I felt that unction and strong enough that, hey, you're not utilizing your gift and your full potential. You need to. Geico had become comfortable. I could do the job with my eyes closed, right?
Right.
It was just routine.
Right.
I wasn't really utilizing my gift, and and as I look back, I don't feel like I was really on purpose. Right?
Yeah.
I don't feel like I was just doing something.
Right. To get a check.
Yeah.
Pay bills.
I was just doing something.
So you was also dealing with a salary cap as well, right? Yeah, you was dealing with salary cap too.
Yeah.
You might get some bonuses or something like that.
Geico paid me well. Cole.
Yeah.
They paid me very well.
Okay.
I had a company car. They encouraged us to stay in the car even when we were off because it was advertisement rolling down the street, right?
Sure.
So my Geico car went everywhere.
Right.
It went to church.
Yeah.
It went to the Red Cat.
Yeah.
It went everywhere.
Yeah. Right.
So I was giving all of that up.
Right.
To
walk out on faith.
Following that unction, right?
Following that unction.
Getting out of the boat.
Yeah.
To walk on water. Was it a risk? Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it worth it as I look back now? Yeah.
Yeah. Now we do realize some people are just built to be in corporate America. That's what you call to. That's your unction to do that. Do that, because most people would have thought that was success. Company car,
right?
Making money,
right?
I mean, that benefits and all of those things,
right.
Which they are,
right?
It's great. But for the entrepreneur, like myself, like you, I'm sure, is that you realize that you have that intellectual property, you have that discipline to understand time management, accounting, managing your money, because mama told you, don't spend all you get. Daddy told you, be true to yourself in so many words, boy, So those things that was already instilled with you, and you realized that there was no ceiling, so you became an eagle. And you hunt for your food, and you can eat as often as you want to daily, as opposed to being the bird who's being fed a meal every day.
Right.
Yeah.
And enjoy it. Enjoy the process of hunting, as you say, right? Because I enjoy what I do.
Yeah.
I love what I do. There's no, oh man, I don't feel that when I wake up in the morning.
Right.
It's like, hey, let's go.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, if you called me or text me at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and said, Eric, I want to flow out this process, all I'm going to say is, hey, give me time to get to my Surface Pro. We can roll.
Yeah.
That's just how much I love it.
Sure.
So it's not like it's a strain.
Right.
It's like, come on, let's go.
Right.
It's fun to me.
Yeah.
I tell people, all of us have at least one gift.
At least, yeah.
A lot of us have multiple gifts.
Sure.
It just find what your gift is, nurture it.
Yeah.
Step out on it, and you would be shocked as to what can happen.
The results. My.
Mm-hmm.
Because the reality is, corporations that we work for was from someone's vision and dream and goal, and somebody decided to step out on it.
Exactly.
Execute faith.
Exactly.
And bring it to fruition.
Yeah.
I mean, restaurants, energy companies, you name it.
Yes.
It came from someone doing that exact same thing.
Yes. Everything you see right around you. As we look out this window,
Yeah,
everything you see was an idea in somebody's head.
somebody's here. Yeah, I mean,
Everything.
the Wright brothers are a good example.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, I mean, there were many African Americans who were inventors. We don't get credit for that,
Right.
but you know, we know that they exist,
Right.
right?
Right.
You know, so I kind of see myself like that kind of person, an inventor, tapping. For me, an idea that is so easy for me now. I mean, to get an idea, get a thought, process it, evaluate it, see a niche, see a need. God has given me that given ability to know when something is good and something is not.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I have it naturally.
Yeah.
And the reality is I've always had it, but I didn't know how to identify it.
Yep.
And so I think that what we're really talking about is maybe our audience need to go back and they need to examine the things that they've been good at as a child, follow that pattern, and see how it applies today.
Yeah. Or even what people today may say to you, you know, you're really good at that.
Yeah.
You don't even think about it. You don't even give it a second thought.
Right.
Right. And
Right.
people, you keep hearing the same thing.
Right.
You make that look so easy.
Right.
And to you, it's like nothing.
Right.
Because you just like doing it, and you can do it well. So you don't even give it a second thought. So if you keep hearing that there's something to that.
Mindset, which I love about mindset. I've been in that mindset mode, man, for the last 5 years or so. And with the mindset challenge, you have to be willing to deal with the good, the bad, and the ugly,
Mm-hmm.
right? To thy own self, that's one of my favorite quotes. To thy own self be true.
Right.
Right? And that is being true to myself is to recognize the areas that I'm not good in or that's weaker than other areas I'm stronger in, right? Or things that I'm lacking because of lack of discipline, right? And so, you know, what I say, even what I speak,
Yep.
even
Yep.
like I don't use the word if, and if I do, I'm gonna correct that real quick. I don't use the word try.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna correct that real quick because I realize that my words and my language, I can speak life to me,
That's right.
or I can speak death to me.
That's right.
Even when it comes to positive and negative energy, I realize I sit in the middle to make authority decision of what to do with the negative and the positive.
Right.
And I realize that I can, if I spend the same energy feeding the positive than I do the negative gonna have to vacate.
Eventually, yes. Yeah.
It's gonna go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather spend my energy not dwelling on the negative energy of what happened, what went on the day before, what went on this morning, what went on 10 minutes ago. Recalibrate and start over and take my energy. And if it means doing a redo, do a redo. If it means, you know, starting over, start over.
Right.
But one thing for sure, growth comes out of that.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
put something on it, man.
It's just important. Mindset. Sometimes we have to get out of our own head.
Come on.
Especially what you've been allowing to.
I don't think they heard you. Say it again. Get out the what?
We have to get out of our own head.
Head, yeah.
It depends on what we've been allowing to take up space in our head. Right?
Yeah.
And how do we speak to ourselves?
Yeah.
What are you telling yourself? Who are you saying that you are?
Right.
Understanding what's possible.
Yeah.
Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not possible.
You mean physically see it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's not possible.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that at some point it will happen.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So you have to just be aware of what you're allowing to happen in your mind, right? And talk to yourself. And sometimes I have to tell myself, okay now, Okay, now. Okay, you gotta let that go. Come on now.
Yeah, that's right.
Come on now.
You're right.
You got, come on.
Right.
How long you gonna stay there?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And so that something creative can come about.
Yeah.
Right? We're all just creators.
Yeah. Right.
All of us.
All of us.
We're creators.
We're byproduct.
Yes. We're all creators.
Come on, Doc.
It's just a matter of realizing that.
Yeah.
And understanding the power that we all carry.
Come on.
Because we are creators.
Yeah.
Like you said earlier, we have to be careful what we allow to come out of here.
Right.
Because this is where creation happens.
Yes.
It starts here. Yeah. But then you speak it, right?
Yeah, right.
You got to be careful what you let. I hear people say, and they be joking, right? They're joking. Mm-hmm. Man, I'm broke. Like, man, don't say that.
Right. Man,
don't say that.
That's right.
Because you can bring that about.
Yeah. It's in the atmosphere.
Yeah. So we're creators. And once you understand you're a creator, then things can start to happen for you. When you understand I'm a creator, I have the power to create. What am I going to create?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What
am I? Yeah.
What's my purpose? Right?
Come on. What is my contribution?
Yeah. What is it that I'm going to create?
Come on.
And then understand I can't speak negative and expect a positive creation to happen.
Right.
Because you're going to create either way.
Right.
You create negative stuff, you're going to create negative experiences.
Right. I'm watching the Business Showcase Drip. If this conversation adds value to you, make sure you subscribe, follow, and share with another business owner or entrepreneur who needs to hear it. We're here to spotlight real stories, real lessons, and real success. Stay tuned, because success starts before the business. The Business Showcase Drip. Please subscribe, follow, and just send us a message and let us know you want to be on our platform. Bring branding and awareness to you. Marketing today. Peace.